This week on the Spotlight, we flash back. That's a very young John Paxson, and we've got it for you. And then we flash back also. That's Ron Harper. He was fairly young, too. Let's see what else we got. I know it's going to be a flashback. Oh, that's Manny Ramirez. Yeah, that's good stuff. And then we finish with Ray Durham. Ray from the White Sox. Check out my website, benkowski.com, for my weekly article and up-to-the-minute trivia sites. From wherever Chicago's sports teams are making news, it's the Perfect Pitch Auto Repair Sports Spotlight. Flowers for every imaginable occasion at Lansing Floral Shop. Call them at 708-474-1212. They deliver. You better get to Gilhooly's for Benkowski Trivia. Friday, March 23rd, 7 p.m. That's a change in date. March 23rd. Come eat, play, and win. 103rd in Springfield. Gilhooly's. It's a great place. See you there. You've got to get to the Sock. Live Benkowski Trivia. Alternate Thursdays, 8 p.m. 93rd and Roberts Road. With a 30-year Southwest Side tradition, Huck Finn is open 24 hours to serve you with great breakfasts like the Becky Thatcher, soups, great lunches, 1/3 pound burgers, clubs, and much more. Dinners from seafood to steaks to pasta, great donuts, and ice creams. With 3 locations at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Stop in today. You know Huck Finn is open. You've got to get to Dr. Sherman Clay, chiropractor. Gentle adjusting. Most insurance accepted. Massage therapy, too. Walk-ins are welcome. Call 773-324-4325. That's HEAL. Dr. Sherman Clay. You've got to get to the Wise Owl at Van Buren and Racine. Pizzas, pork sliders, Cuban sandwiches, carrot soup, elote, burgers, tacos, salads, and more. Great cocktails and great bartenders. A tremendous array at the Wise Owl, Van Buren and Racine. See you there. Lulu's has it all. Italian beef, hot dogs, burgers, chicken, gyros, fish, salads, subs, ribs at Taylor and Ogden, 2200 West. A great place. Lulu's has what you need. Stop in, check it out, eat there, take it with you. Lulu's, a great, great West Side tradition.
The LA Clippers seem to be a nice team for the champions. Scottie Pippen start off relaxed, gliding to the basket for this score, 8 apiece. But the Clippers have a lot of new faces. This Bulls enemy, James Edwards, with them now, and Buddha's bucket gave LA a 10-point run. They were ahead by 14. Now, picture this career highlight. Will Perdue, the steal and the score. Beautiful move. Bulls still down 16. But the Clippers have some big people, and Danny Manning's one of them. Forget about the knee surgery. LA ahead by 22 at the half. In the third quarter, Chicago product Kenny Norman with the big slam, and the Clippers were still up 20. But would the Bulls make a run? Not yet. Till the starters came back anyway. Michael glides and cuts the lead to 15. Then Stacey King's big bucket cuts the lead to 108-102, but that's as close as the Bulls would get as David beats Goliath in the exhibition opener for both clubs.
Yeah, I mean, we got to a point where, a break here and there, we would be right back in the ball game, and then it gets exciting, the crowd gets very excited, and it goes through you, and it brings back great memories, and, it really inspires us to work even harder.
Does it seem strange to be back out on this court playing basketball already?
Yeah, it's a little strange, but it feels good, I know when I'm out there on the court, I don't have to worry about you guys or worry about anybody. I'm back at ease with myself and playing a game of basketball, and it was great to be back, and I'm looking forward to the season, actually.
You never have to worry about me.
I know.
Michael, what's the biggest challenge of the exhibition season?
Just getting yourself in shape and basically getting yourself mentally prepared for the season. I mean, naturally, you want to win games, but certainly you want to see everyone get the rhythm back and find the connections and combinations that's going to work for you all season long, and just try to improve on it.
How close are you? 70, 80, 90%?
I'm about 80-85% right now. I really didn't do much this summer because of the championship and just trying to get away from the game. And before you know it, you're right back at it. And physically, I'm just not where I was last year. But that's what training camp is for. Get myself back in stride. And my shot's a little short today, and but this is nothing. It's going to come back around.
A young team like the Clippers, they're trying to get better from the first day of camp. I mean, this is a team that wants to compete this year and try to prove that they belong in the playoffs. We're going to take it a little slower than teams like that.
Is that part of the exhibition and maybe the early part of the regular season, pacing yourself so you don't burn out?
Well, I don't know if you pace yourself, but I think you have to understand that our off season was short. That we're just really getting back into it. A team like the Clippers, their season ended April the 20th. I mean, ours ended June 12th. They had 2 extra months off. They're very hungry and eager to get back into it. We have to get ourselves back into shape and just get ready to play. It's a long season, and hopefully we'll be playing into June again next year.
What is the biggest challenge of a repeat type of season?
Well, I think it's a number of things. Staying mentally prepared night in and night out. We have 26 back-to-back situations this year, so 52 of our games are played in back-to-back situations. It's going to be a real test for us if we can bounce back night after night and play. But again, I think this team, just knowing the players on it, we have the character, the type of guys that will play hard every night and want to win. And you even saw a little bit of tonight. I mean, we got down big, but we would like to compete, and we came back in the game.
You've got to get to Lansing Floral Shop. Open at 8 a.m. daily. Besides a great array of live flowers, they have custom silks, Bridgewater candles. They want you to plan your parties early at a wide delivery area. They're located at 3420 Ridge Road in Lansing, or you can call 708-474-1212. Weddings, funerals, birthdays, anniversaries, and guys, try the No Reason flower. Believe me, it works. Lansing Floral Shop. Give them a call, 708-474-1212.
Kim G. Sherman, psychotherapist, Des Plaines Wellness Center. Therapy for individuals, couples, families. Call 847-962-4849. I've known Kim for over 20 years. She is a true professional, and she will help you. Give her a call. Family Dentist, Lawrence Ferland, DDS, 109th and Kedzie, crowns, veneers, cleanings, improving your smile. They do a great job. Call 773-233-7044. Excellent work, impeccable. Call the Family Dentist, 773-233-7044. They did a great job for me, and they'll do a great job for you. You've got to get to Shelton Fireworks, the world's largest warehouse, off Interstate 94, exit 22B in Porter, Indiana. Row after row of the best fireworks anywhere, from the little ones to the grand finales that'll end your show. Birthdays, anniversaries, graduations, in addition to the 4th of July. Just get over there to Shelton Fireworks now. Then you can reload by the time summer comes. Shelton Fireworks, I-94, exit 22B in Portage. It's Bulls, Bulls, and Bulls. They're happening, and you can just smell the NBA Finals. I know you can. But first, we got to take you back to some almost painful games against the Miami Heat. Let's start off with that whacked out game number 2, played on that very court. Michael wasn't getting every call his way, even though it looked like a pretty clear goaltend at that point in time by Zoe. Scotty was actually the more consistent scorer. He and MJ each had 23 points, but Scotty's jumper was kind of working. Pat Riley couldn't make Tim Hardaway do any better than 15, and the Bulls squeak it out 75-68, and it was painful. Ron, why do you look more energized now than at some points in the regular season?
Because 82 games don't mean a thing. Don't nothing count but these games, I think. This is a long year. I got miles on these basketball legs, and I'm trying to just save it all just for these games, I think, and I think that's the key.
It seems like your defense has gotten stronger as you've moved along in the playoffs. How do how are you learning from just kind of defending Mookie on the screen and roll that's kind of helped you prep for this series?
Well, I think the teams that we have just played these very first 2 rounds, they had 2
I'll tell you what, the
very great guards, and I learned, I think, and I need to keep them feet trying to go from side to side, I think.
Ron, in tonight's game, you guys played, some of those guys played ugly. It was an ugly basketball game. Lowest point total ever in NBA history for a playoff game. Why were you so good with your 3 for 5 shooting and your 11 points?
I don't think I was that good. I think our team had a very tough ball game. They're a very good defensive team, and they have played it well here in the very first 2 games.
Now you guys will go to Miami for games 3 and 4. The pressure, is it still on you guys to maintain your home court advantage and sweep these guys?
Well, I think the key for us is to go 1 game at a time, I think, and I think if we go down there and put a good game in this Saturday, anything can happen, I think.
I'd like to see us push the ball a little more and get up and run, and but it's hard to do that when you're bogged right down on the baseline playing D. I don't know what else. We just need to make some shots. Would be nice.
When you look at, does it matter? I mean, you won the game. Does anything else really matter, or are you worried about the way this game went?
No, I think we're happy to take a win. We'll take what we can get. Obviously, we like to clean it up, but a W is a W.
You talk so much about trying to catch Zoe up top, not letting him penetrate down the block, keeping him outside where he was out of range. How were you able to do that tonight?
No secrets, just hard, working hard, just running with him, keeping the body on him as much as possible. And the officials let me play tonight, sort of let us all play tonight, and I kept out of foul trouble, so that helps too.
You looked more active. Your defense on games 1 and 2.
Well, game 1, you mean? I got foul trouble, and after that you're tentative, you're guessing, you're careful about where you put your body, that sort of thing. So, not getting those early fouls was the difference, really.
Why was this team not yours, but both teams in the mud so much offensively in the second half?
I wish I could tell you the answer, because then we might be able to do something about it. Everyone just shot the ball poorly. I think you got to say there was some great defense being played out there.
Do you really believe that, or was it just poor shooting?
No, a bit of both. Obviously, no one shot the ball terrifically well, but I think if you look at the tape, you'll see every shot someone's got a hand on the face, hand in the face, on the elbow, closing out on them hard. People, it's harder to make shots that way, and that's playoff basketball.
Fair to say, it seemed like you really came out more aggressive, without catching the fouls tonight than maybe you did.
Yeah, I think sometimes when you play more aggressive, they tend to not blow them on you. They tend to think, that's he's playing hard and let you go. Once you start getting tentative and worrying about foul trouble, sometimes that's exactly when they blow it on you. So it's a tough one to call.
It was Doug Rader who coined the phrase "win and ugly" back when the White Sox were taking their division in '83, and that has been applying to some Bulls games of late during this playoff run. They don't care, as they'll always say, and Mike Ditka used to say. It wasn't pretty, fellas, but it was a W. Tony Kukoc has certainly struggled, and he tries to explain why he and the bench have.
I think we played pretty good the first half tonight. We probably could have more than a 10-point lead by the halftime, but we didn't, and second half was struggle.
What is it about this playing Miami that has kept your bench from getting involved? It's really been a slump for the whole bench.
Well, I don't know. I don't really know. Neither one of us can get in a rhythm. We have some easy shots. We have layups. We're trying to do the things, but it's not there. Especially myself, I'm totally out of rhythm. I'm totally out of basketball right now.
Well, is the answer at times to take the ball to the hole, get a foul called? Still a good free throw shooter.
That's a pretty good idea.
With a 30-year Southwest Side tradition, Huck Finn is open 24 hours to serve you with great breakfasts like the Becky Thatcher, soups, great lunches, 1/3 pound burgers, clubs, and much more. Dinners from seafood to steaks to pasta, great donuts, and ice creams. With 3 locations at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Stop in today. You know Huck Finn is open. Go play at Red Shoes Billiards, 12009 South Pulaski in Alsip, featuring 16 Brunswick Gold Crown pool tables, drop fluorescent lighting fixtures, and a fabulous grade of cloth. Call 708-388-3700. And now video gaming is available at Red Shoes from open till close. And don't forget, the Illinois Lottery, too. That's Red Shoe Billiards, 12009 South Pulaski.
You've got to get to the Sock Live Bidkowski Trivia, alternate Thursdays at 8 p.m. 93rd and Roberts Road. Great game, great people. Check out the Sock. I think you'll be glad you did when you go to my trivia game every other Thursday. 8 p.m., 93rd and Roberts Road. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie does tune-ups, transmission, AC service, engine repair, tire repair, oil changes, and emission system repair. They're open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., and they've done a great job for me. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie. You've got to get to Papa Joe's new location, 5900 West 111th Street. Italian beef, tetrazzini, great pizza, Parmesan, ravioli, and more. All my classic choices. New location, and they can still deliver into the city. Get to Papa Joe's.
Multi-sports star Ray Durham here with us, and he might be talking about golf, he might be talking about his football days. You never know what to expect from Ray. But I know he's very reluctant and almost blushing that he's in this top 10. But anyway, the White Sox are off to a fine offensive start, and we want to talk a little bit about kind of maybe shades of 2000. This is the way this offense is clicking now.
Yeah, putting a lot of runs on the board. Our pitchers are getting some people out. We just gotta, stay focused and, do the task in hand.
Well, that's you sound very serious about it. I was talking with Frank Thomas recently, and he was pointing out how Kenny Lofton has been certainly serving the igniter role, and it helps everybody through the lineup, and maybe you as much as anyone.
Yeah, I mean, if you get a guy that's on base a lot, the guy who's hitting behind him is definitely going to get pitches to hit, and when you get those pitches to hit, you better not miss them because usually you don't get them again. But so far it's working out for me. I'm getting the pitches that I'm looking for, and I'm not missing them.
And we don't know how the rest of the pitching staff's going to shake out, but it can't be any hotter than Mark Burley is.
Yeah, he's throwing strikes. I think that's the main key. If you throw strikes, good things usually tend to happen.
Exactly. And of the relief pitchers, I know Ed Farmer's about to make a comeback, but besides him, who else is impressing you out of the pen?
All the guys are throwing the ball extremely well. You really can't, I can't single one guy out because, everybody that comes in is, doing their part, on the team. I think that's a good sign of a good team is, not one guy stands out. Everybody is doing, their part, and instead of worrying about someone else. Everyone has their role on this team, and everyone's doing their role, and I think that's why we're having some success right now.
Do you feel you're a veteran club with a few key youngsters? Because up until last year, the marketing was all, the kids can play, but I think the kids can play days are kind of over, huh?
Oh yeah, that was over last year. It's we got a good mix. We got some veteran guys here with some young guys, and that makes for a good mixture. And the chemistry in the clubhouse this year is it's tremendously well.
If you were coming in to the mound in the 8th or 9th, let's say the 8th inning, and you were talking to one of the young pitchers, because I don't know how much you need to talk to Keith, but what kind of things would you say to settle a youngster down who's in an intense situation, trying to hold a game?
No, just relax and just throw strikes. That's really all I usually say. And sometimes I go out there and say a couple of joking things, and kind of to get them to relax. And once they relax, then think it's easier for them to throw strikes when they're relaxed.
I'm taking a little sidebar here now.
Yeah, your
Frank.
2 minutes is up too.
Okay, well, then we'll close with this. Frank, I've been a first baseman a long time, and I was observing to Frank that he had a play where he had to charge in and he had to make this kind of kooky scoop throw to you. And now, had you kind of laid yourself out in front of the runner, you could have saved him an E. But you kind of like, well, oh, I ain't going where that runner is. Do you remember the play? Because I told him I really liked his effort. But what I didn't tell him was I thought you could have helped him out a little bit there. It was a little dribbler. You were on the road. Come on now. Don't conveniently forget on me.
Well, Ray did conveniently forget, and we'll be back in a moment.
You've got to get to Jack's. 3325 Ridge Road in Lansing. Trivia every Tuesday at 7 p.m. A very intense competitive game. Any of half a dozen teams can win. You've got to get to Oliver, 6100 West 159th Street for my live trivia. Alternate Wednesdays now at 7 p.m. It's a great place with great food and drink and fun. Get to Oliver's on a Wednesday. I'll see ya. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie is great. Tune-ups, transmissions, AC service, engine repair, tire repair, oil changes. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. They do a great job for me, and they'll do a great job for you. They're quick, and they don't charge an arm and a leg. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair, 108th and Kedzie. Trivia will be at the Sock. Alternate Thursdays at 8 p.m. 93rd and Roberts Road. Great food, great drink, great people. Everything great. You've got to get to Mad Anthony, a great sports bar and grill at 3350 West 47th Street. They serve Lococo's Pizza, sandwiches in a full bar, and my trivia is every other Friday, start about 5:45. Fun times at Mad Anthony. See you over there. Reggie's is a great place with tons of music, interesting people and staff, great food and drink at 21st and State. And amongst the cool things they have, Benkowski Trivia. All shows are now Monday at 6 p.m. Reggie's, 21st and State, a fun place. It's the Manny Ramirez era, or couple of weeks. He's here on the south side. He's part of the club. Ozzie speaks favorably about him. Apparently he's had a couple of quarter-inch haircuts. That's what Ozzie says. And apparently he is conforming to the Sox hair code. Up until this moment, he's only had a few singles, looking for a little power, but that will maybe show itself on this homestand, which is the critical one. Certainly, the games against the Twins, which will decide the fate of the White Sox for 2010. The Sox with Manny Ramirez, not with Jim Thome.
Is there a lot of pressure on you? I mean, they brought you in thinking you're kind of the savior for this team.
I don't think so. Like I said, also that I haven't played in so long. I'm just trying to battle and give a lot of good at bat. It's not like when I went back to the Dodgers. I was playing the whole year round.
Manny, this is known as a hitter's park. Was that attractive to you before you even came here, and how have you done here in the past?
Not really, like I told him, it doesn't matter, how good you are, and if you're not playing all year round, all those guys on the other side and then this side, they're ready. And, when you haven't played for so long, you're just trying to catch up.
It's obvious that you need more, everybody needs more bats to get comfortable at the plate. Are you feeling more and more comfortable?
I'm getting there.
As your manager, kind of giving you a briefing about what to expect when you take the field tonight. Has Ozzie talked to you?
No, he haven't talked to me today.
What do you think of Ozzie and just working with him so far? Your thoughts about him?
Oh, we got a fun group. They like to go have fun, joke around. But when it's time to play, we go out there and play.
Manny, how big is this 9-game stretch here? It's do or die time.
You said it. It's do or die. We went to Detroit, they play us very good. But now it's a new series, and Minnesota is playing great. We gotta win every game. Every game counts.
And if you play well here and you like the experience, would this be a place potentially that you would like to come back to next year?
I like the place, but only God knows, what he got for me for next year. But I like it here, the guys are great, and that's all I could say right now.
Talking about fun being the key in all this, how about just the idea of you don't want to press too much either, though, right? So that's kind of a fine line right now.
No, I'm not pressing, everybody knows, they're not expecting a lot of me, because like I said, I haven't played in a long time, and so, like I said, it doesn't matter how good you are, you miss like 60 games, and you come back, and you playing, and you facing all those guys, and the other side, those guys are ready, those guys are good. All you could do is just go out there and battle.
Andy, what are your thoughts of Ozzie as a manager?
Well, like I said, they all like to go and have fun, but when it's time to play, he wants you to go out there and give 100%.
Is the hair fine now?
I trim it a little bit,
You can't tell.
Joey came up to me and told me, hey, you got to trim it a little bit, so I did it, and let's see.
It passes the test now, it's fine?
I don't know, we got to wait and see.
No baseball season would be complete if we didn't come up and talk to Nancy, and I've been fortunate to know Nancy since the 80s when I used to bother you when you were playing for the Chicago Bulls.
Actually, Pat, you gave me great help because you were so familiar with all the songs and you'd always give me great suggestions.
Well, I would make an odd suggestion, and then the amazing thing was Nancy would immediately play it, and I'd be like, oh my God, what if the audience doesn't like it? But I would see an occasional laugh. It was like a private joke sometimes between Nancy and myself, or
Think of it and I'd play it. What a team, right?
Les Grabstein would also come in with his ideas, and that was a whole other direction. But anyway, Nancy's here in the stretch drive, and it's another exciting time to have a team contending for first place again.
It's almost surreal. Did we ever think we'd be in this place 2 months ago? We just thought, well, perhaps after the All-Star break we can come back and at least be respectable. And now it's very tense.
Yes, but exciting games that matter. And you were commenting off camera about the amazing lines outside for the Frank Thomas event.
Yes, I came to the park exceptionally early today so I could practice a little bit. And I just thought it must be game time because they're all out there en masse waiting for that bobblehead and waiting to pay Frank his tribute.
Well, certainly one of the great players to ever play for the Sox over a long period of time. I know among your favorites has been Dick Allen over the years, but Frank Thomas provided many highlights.
Oh, he certainly did, and well respected and still loved, and it's so great that he's very high profile now, so we all get to know Frank a little better. I used to think of him as being a very shy player, never talking, but he's come out of that shell.
Yeah, that's quite true. And speaking of bobbleheads, September 18th, there's going to be a bobblehead night. What do you know about that, Nance?
I know that it's very special, the ultimate tribute, because this is called a double bobble. It does the hands and the head. And
it's Nancy's bobblehead. It's going to be an amazing night here at the park. And did they tell you anything else about what other festivities are taking place?
Not at all.
You've been watching the Perfect Pitch Auto Repair Sports Spotlight. Perfect Pitch located at 108th and Kedzie. Take your vehicles there for great repairs. This week's show has been brought to you by the Lansing Floral Shop.
Call for your flowers at 708-474-1212. Huck Finn, a great wide-ranging menu, along with donuts and ice cream. Open 24 hours at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero.
Imprint Graphics, leaders in booklet, perfect bound saddle stitch. Very competitive pricing, 708-396-1010.